Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn, good whatever you find yourself. Welcome to another episode of IoT Tuesday. Yes, sorry for the late in stream. I was actually caught up in another meeting. Um, that's why I couldn't start on time. But welcome. It's another Tuesday, and you might probably notice the energy levels down. I've been battling with some small ailment, but hey, the show must go on. So we're going to make this happen. Well, in today's episode, we're going to finish with the final part of Azure IoT Central. So I'll also be recapping what I did on the Powerful DevCon conference with the IoT and Power Platform. I'll recap that. I did a recap of the Power Platform one on Demystify Tech last Friday. So today I'll be just recapping the IoT section of what I did on the Powerful Devs Conf today, and then we'll try to finish up on the Azure IoT Central learning part that we're doing. I'll leave most of that for you as a homework, but we'll go through the process and I'll stop somewhere so that the rest will be like a homework. If it's the first time you're joining us, this is the IoT Tuesday show. When we come back, we'll be taking a deep dive into IoT Central, the final bit. Stay with me. So, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you all for joining wherever you're joining us. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button right here. Please subscribe to the channel so that. Hey, welcome, Hafiz. Thank you for joining the stream. I hope you're doing well all the way from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Share the love. If you've not subscribed, click on the bell icon so that when we release new episode, you're going to get it. I'm trying to get to 500 like 500 subscribers by the end of this week. I'm hopefully trying to see if I can get a lot of people to join the show so that we can do that. Yeah, Salam, there's gonna be a there's gonna be a homework. Yes, Salam says that I won't change. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hey, Steve, what's up? Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Yes, there's going to be a homework, because I feel that's the only way we can get you guys engaged on most of the things we're doing. So, it's going to be something that's going to help you in the long run. And in the past couple of weeks, I've been receiving a lot of questions on how do I get into IoT. I'm trying to do IoT. The good thing for me, and that's something I'm very happy about, is after the powerful dev comes, what I showed, a lot of people are dusting out their Raspberry Pis and thinking of all the eventual possibilities. One thing we'll talk about on today's show as well is once we're done with we finished with IoT Hub. We've done a lot on IoT Hub. We are now on IoT Central. Once that is done, again we're going to have the option to vote on what project we should do. We started with the home automation, home environmental monitoring system where you saw us connect sensors and all that. So the next thing is we have. I'm going to put a poll out on my social media feed. We're going to pick between smart garden and then building a beer bot or let's say like a cocktail bot. So we'll see which one wins, and then we're going to go through the process of building the entire thing, on the show. Others have also expressed the interest of starting from the beginning. Well, truth is that there are a lot of IoT intro series, but I'm looking at that to creating specific like lightning talks or like 5 minute videos on setting up various bots. And I'll share that with you in the coming weeks. I have a lot of bots that I'll be sharing with you guys, and then we'll probably take like 5 minute videos of how to set up a particle mesh, how to set up an ESP32, just 5 minute videos on how to do that. Those will come like as uploads, not live stream. So the live stream will be like fully seeing me do all these things, but those will be like uploads or probably on my blog post. Now, thank you for joining again. Now, and before we get started, as usual, as you know, I like to, throw out a couple of things going on, and then we can come back. So to do that, let me quickly go here. Mr. Alting, welcome. Mr. Alting, you have a lot of backlog, no already. So please come and redeem. All right, so let's get right into it. So first of the things on the list I want us to take a look at is the Microsoft 365 charity. Please, guys. If you're in Africa, I want you to subscribe. Actually, let me put the link up right now. Um, I want you. It's actually something to draw awareness, to injustice, to Black Lives Matter. But in our case, we're supporting a charity here in Africa that helps in alleviating poverty and providing a lot of needs for the underserved and underprivileged. Please, it's a global event happening in 6 regions across the world. Africa is hosting, other places are hosting. It's going to happen on the 30th of July. It's a quiz on Microsoft 365 product. You just have to donate something small to partake in the quiz, and there are prizes to be won, prices from Microsoft and some other big companies. So please, if you haven't, I'm actually going to pull this out right now. I think, hold on, it should be in the bit.ly. So please tell a friend. If you are in Africa, please sign up. Nothing is too small. Something to help build the community and help alleviate some of the injustice that's going on and some of the underserved communities. All right. So please, I'm just dropping. I want to drop the bit.ly here right now so you guys can see that. Yep, here we go. So let me copy this. So in the chat right now, you should see me put that there. Um, it's on the bit.ly. Let's put this here so that people can take a look at this all across our streams. So yeah, it's bit.ly M365 Kill Africa. So please go check that out. Sign up. Uh, have friends and people join. It's just for a better cause. All right, cool. So now the next thing I want to talk about is if you're in Accra, if you're in Ghana, you're part of the Microsoft the .NET user group. Your monthly virtual meetup is coming this Saturday at 10 a.m. It's going to be a Microsoft Teams. You're already a member of that. There should have been a bit.ly sent in the group. The speaker is actually Wise. He's going to talk about C# fundamentals. So make a date with us and join the virtual meetup. You can even join anywhere you are if you're not, in Ghana. Just join to learn something interesting. Now, that same day, that same Saturday, our own MVP and our own meetup organizer, Frank, is also going to be talking to Shadrach, the Microsoft student partner, on .NET, building Android apps with .NET. That's later in the day, but on the same Saturday. So also make a date to join us. Check out the bit.ly .NET/app. So check that up. I think I should just make those also available. Now, yep, and then finally, Sunday on the Power Series. Sunday on the Power Series, I have Emma coming up, who's going to tell us all about Power Virtual Agents and beer. She's going to be telling us all about Power Virtual Agents and beer. You don't want to miss this. Trust me. Anywhere there's beer, anywhere there is bot, or anywhere there's IoT, it's always fun. Trust me. I have one on my own, so that's going to be an awesome session. So don't miss this. Make a date and join us. Well, yeah. So that is all the announcement we have. And if you are a member of any meetup community, if you're a member of any group, and you would want me to, share events you're doing on the show, whether it's on Tuesday, Friday, or Sunday, please reach out to me. Let me know. Send those flyers, posters, whatever it is for me. I'll make noise about it. I'll reach it on my social media feed. I'll just send it out for people to take a look at it. So don't hesitate. Just reach me, and I'll make sure I share that with you. Yep. So we're back now. If you didn't watch the powerful Dev Conf, you would you probably have missed. All right. However, it's not too late. The video is available on channel 9. I'm going to pull that and also share that. Now, what I did is something that I had been doing, building up from most sessions on our IoT show, which was connecting. Let's go to the bench so I can actually share this. That was connecting my rig, my fan here, and then, this whole setup, right? So if you didn't see it, right, I'm going to recap how I built that, even though I had gone through the process of building it in previous episodes, on the show. I'll probably recap this and then you're going to see how this works. So this Raspberry Pi here, as I explained, is running a Node application using the Azure IoT Hub Node SDK. So it's running Node and it's sending temperature and humidity data, which is being picked from by the DHT11 temperature and humidity sensor. It's sending that to IoT Hub. Now, IoT Hub is interpreting that, and we've programmed a few things on the board to allow it to receive commands from the cloud and from other tools. All right. So today I'm going to be sharing that part. I shared the Power Platform part on the Demystify Tech. I demystify how I was doing that. So that's not a big deal. It's like the whole of last week and this week I'm talking about this, but trust me, once we move past this thing, this is going to be the building block for a lot of the projects that we're going to work on. So I'm going to quickly run through that setup again. And one thing I want to share, something that I found which was really, really interesting, was the IoT Explorer. Let me actually share this because I felt that I think I put it. I have where is my DevTools? This is a DevTools or Cloud. I think it's in Cloud too. Something that has to do with the IoT. Yes, so Azure IoT Explorer preview. But I kind of like the experience this gives in the sense that it allowed me to skip going through the whole of Microsoft Azure, going through your Azure tenant, logging in and doing all that, and then you can go straight to your IoT Explorer. So things like your Edge, your Hub, all that, you can pretty much access them from here. And that's one thing I liked about this. Now, beneath this, it's also using the same SDKs and APIs which we used to create our application to interact with our rig here. All right. Um, I've said this over and over again, but hey, let's set this up. So I'm going to go ahead and open a solution. Hopefully it's on the same hopefully our rig is on the same endpoint. So I'm opening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask the question. Put it in the chat. I'll respond. If you're also wanting to get into IoT, reach out to me. We're coming up with a series of workshops to help you get started and also try to get some boards and stuff going. So reach out if you're interested in doing IoT, whether from a small scale or from a large scale. Just let us know. Okay. So. Okay, let's close this. It's asking us to do this. My guess is, where is that? My guess is we've moved away from, let's see what's happening in from our, oh yeah, that explains it. So what's happening right now is our rig, this one is not powered on. So I'm going to do that quickly so we can get power into the rig and then we can start controlling it. So where is that? I think this is it. Then put this here. Let's see if we have some power running through this. Yep. It failed to connect. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but let me shift this here. I'm going to move them here. And again, I keep saying this. Be mindful when you're connecting the relays. This particular fan carries 240 volts coming through the relay. So be very careful when you're working with this risk of electric shock. I couldn't stress on this of that much. So please be careful, right? Okay, so let's see if this time is going to connect. What was that? Yes. So if you're interested in IoT, like I mentioned, just reach out and then we'll try to connect with you and help you with that. So let's see. Let's go back here and let's retry this to connect again. Um, Gods of Demo Day. How was your week being? It will be cool for you to let me just dropping something in the chat. Let me know how your week has been. If you're working on any project, what interesting project you're working on. If you want to throw ideas or share ideas, just let me know. Let's go check out what we have here. I think our IP has changed. So this is our Raspberry Pi. Yep. So it moved. If you check, it moved to 12. So we need to go and change. We need to go and change our SSH. So let's open the configuration file. Let's check this. Now it's no longer 3, it is 12. So we need to change this, save. And then let's close and let's try to connect again. And yep, connect to the host, 12. It's going to ask us to provide the password, enter our super sensitive password. And in recent times, I've been receiving a couple of questions concerning how to do some specific things in using IoT, which is cool. It there's actually a lot of options you have. One of the key things we've identified is the accessibility of some of the devices that are that are needed. But once you get you get some of these devices, so even use the emulator on on Azure, you can actually test all these things out. Let's go ahead here. Then, oh yeah, I wish I had um actually just going to open. So this is open. This is the device code. So this is what it's running. Let me zoom this in and let's close this so you can see more of the code, right? So this is the bulk. This is the bulk of what is running on the Raspberry Pi right now. So a bunch of their basic node stuff, as you can see. We created using the Azure IoT client libraries. Now the GPIO. This is what allows me to control or access the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi. And as you can see, the fan and the relay are on different pins, 18 and 17. So here, if I wanted to add other peripherals to be controlled by this Raspberry Pi, I will put them on any of this pin and define them. All right. So this is quite um, basics of it. And then I have functions like on fan toggle. So this is what happens when it receives the command from IoT Hub to turn on or off a fan. So what happens when the request comes in, right? It checks if the status is on. The status is on. What it does is that it toggles the fan, right? And then it reports the updates property. It changes the state of this particular. So this is a digital twin. It changes it to tell it that the fan is on, and then if it is off, it does the opposite. So, and then we have a similar thing for when the light, when the LED is toggled on, right? So this is the command that actually runs. This is the logic that runs when it receives that command, either from the power apps or from an automated platform anywhere else. So this is where all the magic. Now, this is just a quick recap before we get into what we're going to do today. So yeah, so I have, again, like I mentioned, I have shared this code several times. Hold on, is this shared on my GitHub? Let's see. Ah, okay, okay. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make this code public. Yes, I'm going to make this code public right now so that you guys can actually go clone it. And yeah, this is something I've been having so for some time now. I don't know if it's my Raspberry Pi that is getting sick because I just the connection keeps reloading. I think I need to reach out to some of them. Maybe I should talk to CodeBeast. Would probably maybe have something with this. I would actually. You know what? I can just tweet about it. That's fine. Let's do this. It's also part of the show. So I'm going to make this code public right now. Then let's see. Get into my GitHub. So what I'm doing, I'm signing into GitHub, and then and let's go. Okay. And sorry, this is not this session is not about GitHub. So this session is not about GitHub. So um, let's use two-factor authentication because I have this open already. Okay. Where is that? Where is that? Yep. Okay, let's go. So I'm just going ahead. Um, let's see. I'm going to create a new repository and I'll call this how do I call this? Power Fun, right? And this is public. Description is going to be IoT. IoT. You know what? How about hmm? If I did this, it would mean I was creating a mono repo to put this in. But you know what? No, let's just keep it this way. So let's say IoT um Tuesday pum 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 one control using Raspberry Pi and Azure IoT Hub class. Yep, let's just do it. Good. It's a public thing. I won't initialize anything. There's no, we're not going to do any pipeline with it. So actually make this big so you can see the crypt repository. Let's do this. Yep. So there you go. Okay. If we have an existing repo here, so what I'm going to do is first of all, let me go to git ignore. And there's actually a service called getignore.io that allows me to create a getignore um, um, stuff. So yes, so it's actually Node. It's using Visual Studio Code. I'm using .m. What else? Yep. So create. So this creates a dot getignore file for me. Before that, oh yeah, this again. Let's redo. Really need to ask this about it. All right. If this looks good. So right now what I want to do is um oh yeah, backend node. This is no Visual Studio Code. Then we have this is Windows, right? So and then environment create. Awesome. Right? Here I'm just going to go ahead and do get it because you know yep, has too many active tutorials have some features to be enabled. Would you like to add node get ignore? Yes. So would I want to add node? Yes, I want to add it. All right. So check. Oh no, so this is not going to be, this is going to be on, I think it's on a Raspberry Pi, it's a Linux, right? So here we go. So if you look at this, it created a get ignore, right? This is all just it did. So what I want to do now is let's go back to our browser. How do I? So let's just do node is Visual Studio Code and then this is actually on, this is running on Linux. So it's going to make sure it's ignoring all those Visual Studio Code node.m Linux. Great. There we go. We copy this. And then now we come here and we put this here and then we save. So if you look closely, something just happened. So look at this. See that the M file, which you have to create the M file if you want to run this, I'll add that to the notes to it. And then also node module is not going to be added. All right. So yep. So that is this. So this is done. And now you can see we have some changes. We need to push. Reload. Yeah, let's reload this. Ishmael Mauko, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully, this is making sense. If you're interested in IoT, kindly just reach out. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. Thank you. All right, so we have this done. So all I'm trying to make this code public right now. So if you want to replicate the same thing on your Raspberry Pi, just go ahead, download the code, go set up, stuff in your Azure IoT hub, and then boop, go on. right? So yep, 6 changes as you can see all this. So I'm going to do initial commit. I'm going to commit it. So this is make sure you configure I have not configured this on this system. Do I do this? Okay. Um, let's see. Because now this is running on the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so I'm just trying to make this code available so you can download that. So let's see. Yeah, that's here. So let's use um let's do this right now. Let's set this. So let's go ahead. Let's do git config. And I'll share once I'm done, I'm going to share the I'll share the GitHub repo name for you. Okay, that's done. It's still going to ask me to add something else to yep, user.email. Yeah, that's configured. Okay. That's done. Yep, Fata empty. What? Okay. And this reconnect again. Anyway, no problem. I can do that. Um, I can do that later on and then make that available after the show. Let's just get this. Let's not waste time. Let's show people what we did and then we can quickly run in what we did the other time. All right. So let's just close this. This is our code. I'm going to go ahead and then run. So let's run npm. No, let's do this. This is actually node device.js. Right? 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 Okay. So what's going to happen is that it's going to start running the application, and as you can see right now, let me bring this up. So it's now running, and this is collecting temperature. Let me go back to the bench with this. So this is now collecting temperature data and then sending it. So that's what you're seeing right now sending. Now, how then do we control this? All right. So to do this, I'm going to go into a force split window so you can see what's happening. So from here, I'm going to use. No, let's go back to the code. I'm going to copy the piece of code that actually is responsible for enabling and disabling the fan. So let's go ahead and look for that right here. What's the name of that method? Actually down. Yep, there you go. So toggle fan, the name of the command. Now, if I open here, I'm using again, I'm using this Azure IoT Explorer, okay, and then I'll show you the power up that we use. This is just quick stuff. Actually, you know what? Let's just the power. Let's just use the power up. So I'm gonna go here to down. Okay, this is just to pull up the power ups, and then you can see that I'm using the power up to invoke. So let's go here. Let's open all apps. Where is that? Where's that? Where's the power app? Hold on. Are we in the right? Nope, we are not in the right tenant. So that's what happens when you have a lot of tenants. But get through. So yep. Switch to a different account. So if if you're interested in IoT stuff, my outfits can give you training on IoT and even get you some of the hardware. So reach out to us. We can connect with you, get this happening for you. Okay, let's see. Let's get here and then, yep, so open the power up. So um, I'll run the power up. As you can see, hopefully this thing doesn't not, okay, so yeah, I don't know why this thing, don't worry. I would, I will set this up. Then let's wait for this to load up. It's initializing. I think what I'm going to do is I have another Pi. Okay, I have another Raspberry Pi. So I might set the Raspberry Pi and try to connect with it and see. We're not doing it. Okay, forget about this. I'm not installing Docker on this Pi. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so at least we know this is running. Let's come back here, and then I'm going to go to my apps, and this is the Power Fund. That's what we designed. Now, if you watched my stream, if you watched the stream, you realize that I did something very simple. You know, I did something very simple on the event, but then I actually added a few stuff to it. So let's see. Click on start. I'm missing some. So there you go. So this is how it looks like. And now I'm going to hit the fan on here, and you can see the matching ants at the top. Some matching ants. Now it's just warming up, sending stuff, and now check that out. So you should see that the fan is now what? The fan is now running. And if you look closely, let me actually flip here so you see this. If you look closely, you can see that the fan is the status is on, and then you can see the fan has changed state. If I turn this, check this out. It's going to turn it off. Now, if you go back to the fan is off. All right, and yeah, that's just how cool it is. So let me turn it on again, and then there is a light, a yellow light. Hopefully you can see that also in the corner there. And that's so this was the final working piece of what I did for the show. So this is a quick recap, and even as it stands, it looks like we're way running out of time. So well, obviously we've used this as a recap. Now I need you to go take a look at the very final piece of how do you call it? Take the very final piece of the IoT, the last piece, and do that as a homework. So I'm going to share the link with you. I want you to go try that. Let's go here. So it is learn.microsoft.com. Yeah, and don't forget Inspire. It's also Microsoft Inspire. It's also running. It's started today. So if you've registered, make sure you go for your sessions. Don't miss them. Let's look for no, let's look for IoT Central. Then let's open this and let's browse the part from us. So IoT Central, and what I'm looking for is actually a learning path. And there you go. I have finished this. So it's actually 4 modules, right? So the last part, which is setting up continuous, this is what now if you haven't if you've not been following us, this is the learning part we've been using. So I would encourage you, let me actually paste this right here. I would encourage you to take a look at this learning path, all right? Go check it out, go through it, and cool. Now, with that said, it looks like yeah, we're just 5 minutes into it, which means I can walk through it. So like I mentioned, it's just going to be a homework for you to after the recap. Now we're done with IoT Central. All right. The next thing I want to do now is I want to do a project based series. We started with the home environmental monitoring system, which we saw how to build that, connecting sensors and all that. Now I want to put another project out. so that we can see how to build that. Now, so I'll be putting a, a poll out on my Twitter and other social feed for you to decide what do you want us to do next on the series. If you want us to do something specific, just send me an email. If you want us to, you know, do something else, let me know. If you want me to do, short videos on how to connect, setting, different sensors and all that, just let me know. So that we can together, learn. I really want to push IoT. I want people to understand it and how it affect our lives and impact our daily life. So, with that said, if there's any question, follow me on boop, 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 all my social media handles. It was good talking to you for almost an hour again. Stay safe. COVID is real. Stay safe. Learn something new. Share. Let love lead. That's all I can say for now. Have a safe and wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and let's show some love. Till then, adios.